right, welcome everybody. We're doing a little bit of D&D in the Svenzone. Everybody say hi.
Svenzone. No, Svenzone. Hey,
Hi.
welcome to the Svenzone.
All right, 2 out of 3 sound checks have been successful. Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead. I capped earlier, so let's go ahead and do a little recap. Once I get the size set up correctly. Seriously. There we go. All right, let's boom. Okay, so listen for the mistakes. The scrambled eggs had some time to kill while you guys were in Neverwinter, and you decided to help the Faraday Brothers Brewery by guarding their wheat fields. After you captured the bandits that did that and turned them over, you then decided to deliver a package to a goblin named Olfak in exchange for a good price on a magical haversack for Taugen. And as you were just outside the place, close to where it was, you got attacked. And that is where we left off. You also found a new person with a large white wolf. Yeah. So, Micah, do you know a mistake that was said during that recap? Is Micah in Discord?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, do you know a mistake I said in that recap?
When you're messing with the preview, it messes with the preview.
No, I couldn't think of one.
Okay.
You said something about we met somebody with a wolf. We did meet someone with a wolf.
There was a gray wolf.
I didn't know it was gray. I didn't even know it was white. I thought it was like some weird kind of wolf, but it could have been white. I don't know, some kind of ice wolf.
I can
But
barely hear you.
Yes, it's a winter wolf. It's a white wolf. Yep. Okay, Mantha.
Well, I caught 2, so Reno, if you want to go first with something you caught.
I was expecting everything to be normal, so I was not looking for any sort of anomalies.
I started with saying, listen for the mistakes in this recap.
I was not. I said I need to go get a drink, and I walked away.
So
I missed the whole front of it.
So
yeah, I
you
also
guys
was not paying attention.
The scrambled eggs just had some time to waste while in Neverwinter, and so you decided to help the Fairbenton Brothers Brewery by guarding their wheat fields.
Right.
And then
Not a mistake already.
Then decided to deliver a package to a goblin named Olfak in exchange for a good price on a magical haversack. As you were about ready to deliver it, you guys were attacked, and you also ran into a female with a big white wolf.
Okay. Well, I found the first mistake that I can think of.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The name of the brewery wasn't that. It was something else.
Okay, that's correct. The brewery was the Fairweather Brothers Brewery.
I have another one too.
Reno, do you know?
The actual name? No, I was going to say that's not the right name.
No, Fairweather is the right name, but do you know something else?
It is.
Something else that was said in there?
No. Oh, the ringing of the halberd, remember? Wasn't that Dot? I don't know. I'm just guessing here. Coffee. My answer all the time.
I'm
All
not
right,
sure
Mantha?
coffee's right. Well, we're meeting a gnoll, not a
Yeah,
goblin.
not a goblin.
Okay, Micah, you said you had another one?
That was the one I remember for sure. It was a no, not a goblin. Those are the only two
I
I can
have the
remember.
other one. We are in Waterdeep, not Neverwinter.
Mm.
Alrighty. So that is correct. Scrambled eggs are in Waterdeep, had some time to kill, so you decided to help the Fairweather Brothers Brewery by guarding their wheat fields. You captured the people that attacked, turned them over to the authorities, and then you decided to help Toggin deliver a package to the Knoll or Olfac in exchange for a good deal on
Right.
a magical haversack. All right. Anything else anybody wants to add in addition to what was already said?
We're fighting vampires.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't know if you
fighting
conveniently
vampires.
left it out, but we're fighting
They
vampires.
suck. Literally.
It's not very neighborly.
And they're not all vampires. There's still Brendan. He's still there. He's still alive and not
Look, man.
a vampire.
Brendan's our new, passion project.
All right. So let me know if and when Joe gets on Discord. I will pull. Amanda, do you want to run Luthien until she comes on Discord?
I
until she
can
gets
try.
logs in. All right, so let me. She can, but I will say she normally doesn't. Wild shape, but you're running her. You can do whatever you want. If she doesn't want a wild shape, she should be on time. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
she
It's not her
blacks
fault.
out for an hour or something and wakes up as a wolf.
That's right. The blood all over her. All right, let me clear this.
It's a
Okay.
lovely image.
All right, and I'll run Rindon. So Rindon is also a sidekick. So all three of you have. We have three. One of each of the different sidekicks. There's a expert sidekick, a spellcaster sidekick, and a warrior sidekick. And so within
and then Toggin,
those
which is about the same.
types of sidekicks, there are several different types. So there are a couple different types of spellcasters and experts and stuff. But point is, this campaign has all three, so it's pretty cool. And it's the only campaign I have that has sidekicks.
Really? Interesting.
Alright, opening up characters. Rindon. Okay, so at the top of round 4, it is Rindon. So there is a plump vampire spawn right in front of him. He's actually going to breathe. He has a cold breath. So he breathes out. He's going to shift a little bit to make sure he doesn't get anybody else. Yay, she failed, so she takes full 26 points of damage, cold damage. As his breath comes out, cakes, and you see the side of her gets covered in frost. Luthien. Oh, nope, I lied.
Oh no.
It is the vampire. Alright, so
Thankfully, because I'm still looking at her sheet.
she has lightning storm
Oh
up.
yeah, she has her lightning thing.
So I think that's a
fine.
bonus action if you want to double check that. I'm pretty sure it's a bonus action, and it's you hit a square and everything within 5 feet of it. So I'm sorry, you hit a
It's an
intersection of a you know, a map intersection. So it's
Yeah,
a
I gotcha.
5 foot thing. Anyway, moving on. The vampire is going to doesn't like being breathed on, but doesn't really care about Rendon. Perfect. That happened. I'm just checking. I don't remember. I thought she had Luthien. Nope, she does not have Luthien grappled right now. The one that had her grappled was dead, so she will try to grapple Luthien again.
No.
Let's see. Actually, she's just gonna do it. Doesn't matter. There we go. 15 is a miss. Dirty 20 is a hit.
Nice.
As she grabs Luthien. Luthien is now grappled. And she will
How dare she?
start. She gets to follow that up with a bite because she's successfully grappled. Which is a miss. But, so Luthien grabs her arm, tries to pull her in, and Luthien pushes her head away. She's not able to bite. Luthien, is your turn. You are grappled.
She is grappled. And Luthien is going to reach out and call lightning one more time into. That intersection.
Alright, so
So
she's
that
the
it
only
hits the
one that's
vampire and not
targeted.
anybody.
And besides the building.
Excellent. Oh yeah, I have to do the things. Pull up. Make a dex saving throw. No. Do worse. But she still does take half damage. So Lucian's feeling a little buzzed because this thing just got struck by lightning and it is holding on to her. So
Go ahead and give me a percentile. Alright. Jackson. This lightning bolt goes slamming down right in front of you. You're seeing spots, smelling the ozone, burnt hair.
Am I raging or not?
Yes. You are raging.
and
Okay,
we're so
'cause
proud of you for it.
Thank you. Really, so insulted. I don't. My thing is not coming up yet. It's still loading, so I don't. As far as seeing something,
Okay,
I'm just
so
going to use my.
I presume you want to step forward and attack the vampire spawn?
Yes. Yep. With my great axe. And what was the number 8 or whatever it was?
You know that you don't want to use your great axe. You want to use your magic battle axe.
Isn't that what? You're talking about magical damage, right?
That is not a. Yes, you call it magical, damn it, but it's not a magical axe.
It is
Your
magical.
second
Right?
one hits. And you also get to do your Iron Man blast. So as you drop, this thing is on Luthien, gets zapped with lightning. You step forward, sort of blinking to try to see straight. And your first one misses, but then you're able to slam your axe into the lower back. And she cries out and collapses. And then you step over to here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Alright, did you want to attack the thug or the vampire with your chest Iron Man beam?
The vampire.
Okay,
I mean, as far as role playing, that would be the likely one, right?
totally up to you.
Correct. Okay. I like it. Oh, yes, that sounds good.
Oh, it's a save, it's not an attack. Okay, so never mind, so he has to make a save. Sadly, he succeeded, so he does not take the
Bastard.
damage.
That is fucking-
Alright, so he doesn't have any more alchemist fire. So he's just going to try to kill this echo in front of him with his mace. He rolls
What mace?
another one. So he grits his teeth, attacks again for a 15 total, still misses. And he's turning beet
suck it.
red as he's really embarrassed that he's feeling so badly in front of his mentor, person who's going to decide his fate.
Well,
Taugen.
Scrambles, you really gotta start working on that charm.
Yeah.
And what Taugen has been doing is using Chill Touch, which is a great spell, and he's gonna keep doing it.
Is it though?
Yes. Why he does it every fucking turn, okay? So he's going to try roll to attack. So he reaches out, and next to the vampire, or the vampire spawn, I should say, this skeletal hand made out of his blue energy reaches out and grasps onto his arm, I guess, like his upper arm, and the chill of the grave comes up inside him. Since he's undead, that affects him a little bit more. He can't regain hit points, and he has disadvantage on his next attack against me.
Alright, and it is his turn. Wait just a moment. I need to fix something.
You know, I noticed I was saying it wrong last session, and then I continued to say it wrong this session. It's not his next attack against me, it's all attacks against me until the end of my next turn, by the way.
Okay.
From everybody? Just that dude.
Just that dude.
Sweet.
Alright, so he does have Scrambles grappled, so he's going to do a little biteness. Maybe. There it is. Alright, so you don't really feel any pain. But you do feel a little woozy and see little black spots in front of your eyes. And oh, hold on, I forgot to do this. So you feel his claws dig into you as he's holding on to you. Alright, alright, so Scrambles, here you go. You got this thing on you. She is making a meal out of you, and not in a good way.
Oh,
Mr. I'll make a meal out of you.
damn. Alright, I'm gonna move and teleport spots with my Echo, so I'm not grappled anymore. And let's take a look. I want to see if that's a bonus action. Yeah, as a bonus action, you can teleport with your Echo. So it'll be my bonus action. Katal. And then I'm
Okay.
going to move down here. So I can be flanking her.
Give me a strength or acrobatics check
Okay.
to move between two enemies. And by strength, I mean athletics or acrobatics. Okay. Boink. Go away, go away.
And then I'm going to use my blade to hit her. Now, this is going to sound like a dumb question, but my giant glowing fire blade that eats people's souls is magic, correct?
Blade of Rakdos.
Yeah.
Would you
I've been hacking people with it
share
this
it?
entire time. Yeah. Give me a sec. I don't.
I'm trying to do this. Let's see. They are. There it is. Yes. Properties, magic.
Cool. So I've been attacking people with it this whole time, and I think they've been resisting it, which is driving me nuts. So I only have one giant axe that I use pretty much exclusively during combat. So attacking her. Get her. Dablage. And then I'm going to attack her again.
Alright, so as you try to move past her and the thug, she pushes you back. You're not able to move through to there. Doesn't change
Okay.
anything as far as the attacks or anything else, so you're fine.
So I hit her again.
And she's not resisting any of the damage, so you're doing full damage.
Good. So I hit her twice. Boom, boom. I'm going to use my Unleash Incarnation to make another attack with it.
You have a way of marking that off, right?
Yeah, there's dots. It's gone
Okay.
now.
Cool.
And let's go. I'm gonna move my echo down to there.
Okay.
So my echo is flanking her and gets a +1. And then he will attack. Really? I fucking won. Wow.
Language, sir, language.
Okay. 2 ones in a row.
Wow. That's harsh.
Ridiculous. Alright, cool. Passing turn.
I thought I took that off you. Hold on, let me go back. Oh, I didn't click it twice. There we go. Alright, so yeah, so you're no longer grappled. Alright, so Rendon gets to go again. Let me do one of these. Jackson, go ahead and give me an insight check.
You have to vote for me. I am not up yet. I'm trying the other computer to see if that changes it.
I do show you
Might.
connecting now, so that will.
Now, yeah,
That's
I think
different.
it's from the other computer. I do believe. Indubitably. Why is it so weird?
Alright, so Jackson, you see Rendon has let's see, you don't have the you don't have any dogs, but you see him
Dogs.
sort of crouch down on his front paws, put his head really close to the ground. His butt is up in the air and his tail is wagging and he's growling, and he's watching this the corpse of the vampire spawn.
Uh-huh. So he's happy in his training, or he's happy because he's weird?
You don't know. You rolled a 4 on your insight check.
All right. Fine. Looks like it's gonna eventually get here. Okay.
Oh, that was the wrong one. Never mind. Alright, that was volatile footwork. Alright, so waiting for Fantasy Grounds to catch up. Give me just a second here. This thing is going to disengage.
No.
Is that like a guarded step back?
It takes your full action to disengage.
Right.
So whereas a guarded step back in Starfinder is only a move action, but
Okay.
any movement you do on your turn does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Cool.
You see him just climb up the wall. Skitter, skitter, skitter.
Look at that.
All right,
Is the map
and
in-
Jackson.
Again, are you passing me something? This is the map. Sweet.
Here is the map.
Wait for my character to come up.
Okay, yeah. So it wouldn't pop. Can't share it with you if you don't have the map. I mean, if you don't have a character yet. So the
Wait,
thing is
taking
up in the
creative-
air. You can drop your battle axe. Actually, it's a one-handed weapon, so you can hold it in one hand, draw out a javelin, and throw it. You can also try your chest beam against the vampire spawn, who is on the roof, running away.
The roof. Yeah, let's do that because it's a distance weapon. How long does it go? How far?
Okay, I said two things. So which one would you like to do?
The ray.
Okay,
Or
so
the beam from the chest thing.
that is a saving throw. It rolled a 20 on its save.
What? That stinks.
But you still have your two attacks, so just for, did you want to try? Actually, you have a.
I have a.
Do you have more than one? It looks like you have a javelin that does lightning damage, but I don't remember if you have. Javelin of lightning is a very powerful thing.
Yeah,
I don't
no, I
remember
don't.
you having one, but
I
I
don't have one.
show you.
Unless it shows that I have one, then I have one. That's how
I
that
think it's an
works.
ability that you were given.
I don't know.
Ring, Axholm, Signet. Just looking real quick. See if there's anything else. A single symbol of avatar. Oh, it's a holy symbol. Yeah, I don't see any kind of. A javelin of lightning, because the javelin you have is a normal one. So I'm guessing
Yeah,
it was
I
a
have a couple
special
of them
ability.
actually.
So let's see if you hit with the first one.
It's a hit, isn't it?
21 is a hit.
Nice. I'm almost completely right. Fine.
Interesting. Okay, so yep. So you throw your javelin, and it hits with. And these sparks come flying out of it. Are you going to move anywhere?
I don't know. If there's action, I'll move towards the action. Oh, this is the map here, right?
Alright, so,
Let's see where.
so
So
you're
where's
going to
their
run
action?
across 10, 15, 20,
So if I go
30. So hopefully if they come down the other side, you might be able to see them.
yes, but I'm aware that there's somebody there because our people are fighting them, right?
You just threw a javelin and hit her, yes.
Okay.
Alright, scrambles.
How high is the roof?
10 feet, so she's 15 feet up.
Cool. I'm gonna move here. And then I'm gonna move here. And then I'm gonna pop an echo on the roof next to her. Right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can pop the echo first and then move. Same difference.
It's a bonus action, so
Blink. There you go.
that's what I'm doing.
Just you wouldn't be able to see from where you are, so.
Okay.
Or you could just do it a couple feet up and it would fall. But either way, it doesn't matter. You're there, and he's there. Let me put Alt 1, 2, 3. There you go. So you're now both 15 feet up.
Cool. He's going to fight her. And then again.
Is it enough?
I want it to be.
Cool.
NTV.
So yeah, he runs over there, pops the echo up onto the roof, and attacks her twice.
Okay. The blade goes slicing into her. The
That's his turn.
flames licking at the robes she has. The fancy shirt she has on. Okay, and then it is. All right, and then you see this one starts to
I thought it took radiant
does
damage.
a kip up, and Rindon launches and attacks with his held action.
That makes sense.
Hello, can you guys hear me okay-ish?
Yay, there she is.
I'm sorry, it took way longer than I initially thought it was going to.
Oh, me.
So Rindon was able to tell that the wait, I don't see it on the map. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I couldn't see Rindon at all. All right, so Rindon was able to tell that this vampire wasn't quite dead, so it was sort of like playfully waiting, wagging his tail, with his head down, butt up,
Okay.
and as soon as it regenerated and came back up, it pounced. So that's what he's doing right now.
He's just having some fun, it's fine.
Yep.
It's like cats with mice or whatever they do.
Whenever you're ready, I can let go of it again.
There it is.
I am not even at my house yet, so keep holding on to her.
Okay. I'll hold on to her. I'll keep her safe for you.
I can tell you what I'd like to do if you'd like me to do that,
Fight.
but
Either way, I know you are still concentrating on your call lightning.
okay, cool.
So
I
I've
was
been having
expecting
you
you
do
to say,
that.
I know you're concentrating on your driving, so if you...
I was kind of expecting
I
that
don't
too,
fucking
but
care.
hey, I'll
It's
take it.
fine.
It's
It
fine.
took me a second.
Who
What?
cares about driving when you're playing TNT?
Look, man, you were just talking about like, oh, I'll direct you and you can do this stuff, and so I'm like, okay, here's what you're doing right now. So you know what's going on.
How many rounds have I missed? Very
A
many.
couple.
A round.
This is
I
the
think.
second round.
Okay. Okay. I was like, how is she still focusing on a call lightning? That's the only reason why I asked. I was like, how are you still on call lightning?
Alright, so he hits, and he
Cool.
does 20 points of damage to her.
He's a good one.
So why is... Let me check something.
I can't really mute very easily, so I apologize in advance if you use some of my driving comments. I will try to keep them to a minimum.
Okay.
Vegas has done nothing good for my driving, and I am a terrible, mean driver.
That's why. It wasn't the damage, it was the to hit. That's why. I was like, why didn't it kill her? Because
Oh.
he didn't actually do the damage. He actually did 11 points of damage.
Oh, okay. Did that still kill her, or not so much?
No, because he's...
Well,
some of his stuff was resisted.
Resisted.
But
Dang.
it is now...
Yeah.
So she is going to lash out at Luthien. Luthien has been
Dappy.
attacked a couple times. hits and grapples
Rude.
Luthien once more, trying to get between. Put Luthien between her and the wolf. And she tries to bite. But once again, Luthien pushes her head back and won't let her bite her. It's rude.
She doesn't really feel like being a snack. Not today, at least.
Alright, Taugen.
Okay, Tuggen is. He's going to go ahead and use Chill Touch again because it's a good spell. And because I was really tempted to use the Wand of Wonder and then realized that casting Fireball on somebody's roof might not, go over the best with the city guards.
There are 100 different things in the Wand of Wonder, or 50 or whatever it is. So the odds of you doing Fireball are slim.
I'm wanting to
Now that
see
just makes me want to do. Okay. Tuggen has already been up on this cart, but he's gonna try to get back up on that cart.
Really don't need to with your height. It's only a 10-foot roof, and she's
I
standing
was gonna
there.
say,
You
why you
can
got
easily
shot?
see her.
Because oh well, I guess no, never mind. Because because Scramble's in the way. What if it's like a line of effect? And no, he's 15 feet lower. Yeah, sure, fuck it. Let's see what the Wand of Wonder has in store for us, guys.
I wonder. You have it, right?
Not good.
We got a 60, which says grass grows on the ground in a 60-foot radius centered on the target. If grass is already there, it grows to 10 times its normal size and remains overgrown for 1 minute.
Can I set the grass on fire with my lightning?
I don't know, but there's grass there now. You'll always get something interesting. Although, I think Tuggen actually does still want to get on the cart because, I think it would make it a little bit easier to later climb on the roof if need be, so.
Okay. It says 60-foot diameter? No, 60-foot radius.
60-foot radius. Somebody's gonna need to hire a gardener.
I'm just looking at these guys in their poor houses. Suddenly grass just sprouts in their living room.
No, I mean, it's on the roof, so.
Oh, so they just have to demoss, basically, just kind of sort it out, really. I
It
guess.
is
Look, man, it's like a.
It's a 60-foot radius. It's way more than just a
120
roof.
feet. Yeah.
Several roofs will need to be. Is it stone roofs? Because you could still set it on fire and get rid of it really fast that way.
You could try.
I'm not gonna set
Anyway.
it on fire. I have a plan, but I'm waiting.
Excuse me.
Alright, so that's weird. I'm going to close it and open it back up. Because it should look a lot
It
different.
hates you.
Why is it? That's weird. Okay. Well, I'm not going to worry about it. It's just a one-time thing. On my map, it looks awesome. Your map, it looks like a tiny little weed patch next to the actor. I don't know why, because it shouldn't. But regardless, you move up. Give me a acrobatics check.
Why is my thing gone?
Oh, I've covered up my thing.
Show that I lost.
Oh,
Oh, fuck. That's
man.
right. Closer now. Excuse me.
All right. So yeah, that should have been in normal chat because you can tell
Well,
how well you do it. So you're
you didn't specify. So
1, 10, 15. So is that all you're doing is going in there as far as movement is concerned?
yes, that is all of
Okay.
his movement.
So you go to step up on there, and the whole thing shifts, and you fall down, and have to take the rest of your movement to stand up. And as you're wobbling it back and forth, and Brendan is trying to get out of the way of the hitch.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Brendan.
I inadvertently smack Brendan and kill him. Lucian, it is your turn.
Alright, okay, so I want to confirm something real quick. If I shape change, will that break my concentration on the spell?
No.
So I don't think I have anything small technically on my list, but I'm gonna assume that I have like observed enough things like spiders and flies and such that I could technically shape change into like a fly, correct?
I presume you should. Let me double check.
I don't remember what's all on my. I just want
You've
something
got
small.
cat, exotic spider, owl.
I just want something small to the extent of you won't be able to see it. And I would assume shape change is fast enough.
Yes.
You could shape
Yeah,
change into a sturge and do a 180 and start sucking her blood.
I'd like it's something small
Turn
enough
into a
where you
rhino.
lose track of it
Yeah.
and
So you can do
drop
it. A
into the
spider is
grass.
the smallest thing you have. It's a tiny, regular. It's a tiny spider. You could also go the opposite extreme and do like an elk.
Yeah, there
Yeah, I
you go.
could go huge.
Moose.
Yeah.
Moose.
But cat, owl,
Is there space for me?
fish.
Because if
Owl.
I remember if everybody's plaything is, I'm pretty sure that's a like 2x2. Where Rundin was and where I was. Is there
Yes,
even space for me to do that?
There's no one around you. You can do whatever you want.
100k. Well then I'll do the opposite. I'm gonna change into a rhino, and then if I remember, I can't do a charge attack because I have to back up. So I will just do the whatever basic attack that is.
All right. So, are you moon?
Circle of the Moon. Yes.
Okay. So that means you can do it as an action. So that is.
I found her rhinoceros wild shape. I just don't know what to do with the effects.
There it is. All right. So what you on? There
She
are
should be
two
able to
different
click-
effects. If
Okay.
you hover over them, you'll see one says affect wild shape and then a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
That's the one you want to click. Just click it once. Let's move. There you go.
And I don't remember if it.
Automatically does it.
Yeah, I don't remember. Double check and see if it fills out like check marks one of my wild shapes because I don't remember if it did
No,
it
it
or
doesn't
not.
do it automatically. You have
Okay.
to click that.
Okay.
That's
I
under
don't
special.
remember which page it's on. Thank you.
So what she's talking about is under special. So you just click that to denote that she's done it. And then on next to, I'm waiting for Fantasy Grounds to catch up. So yes, because of the thing I have, that it changes, it does all the stuff for her. So her hit points, the stats that are supposed to change are changed. Everything is done. And it'll do the same thing if she takes enough damage
so
to revert
awesome.
back. It automatically reverts her back, and the only thing you have to do is move her into a section, the middle of the grid, so when she changes to a large, it'll be right.
I love it. It's fantastic.
But if now looking at her,
Is it
the
gore
same
attack that I
rhino.
want to do?
There it is, the rhino. So the rhino has 2 attacks
A
listed
gore,
under
I think, is the charge.
the same thing, and it is. Give me a second. Waiting for.
Okay,
me
so there's
unlock it.
gore attack, and then there's charge and
There
gore
it is.
attack.
All right, so
Mhm.
yes, so you just want the
Oh.
gore attack, and it just says attack melee
Oh,
plus
buddy.
7, and then if you hit, it's the damage. And actually, this should also be silver because
Yeah, I have a
make
silver
sure
ring
her
that makes it silver
effect is
damage.
on. It is on. Okay, so you're good. Yeah, she has a ring that makes her animal attacks silvered. Wait, her primal
Yeah,
attack
I don't
is
remember
off.
where I got it.
There we go. Her primal attack is on. Okay.
Hooray. It's magical and silver.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't remember if vampires are vulnerable to silver, or is it just werewolves? Or
But
shifters, I guess.
it was a miss
no, it's supposed to
on 11.
pollen.
But you are no longer grappled. Let me make sure. Take that off. As you suddenly change into a thing, she's going to roll an acrobatics check.
You get on me, the shark.
No.
Well, maybe to see if she falls prone from. I don't know.
Click, click, click.
Now all
gonna
I'm thinking
say
is like,
You are a
I
large
did.
creature. She had you grappled.
It's full figured.
Click. There it is. Click. And roll. 7 on a dice, not enough. So she's not able to hold on. And she stumbles back a little bit as Rindon is trying to bite at her as well. And this rhinoceros is now in Waterdeep. Alright, so that was your bonus action, so you can't do your lightning.
That's fine.
The lightning is the main action.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So then you attacked with your horn instead, so you can move if you want. But that would provoke attack of opportunity.
I think, honestly, she's pretty safe. She's just gonna stay there.
Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so he is getting ready to go, and you change into a werewolf. Into a rhinoceros.
I know. Yeah.
He is like, that was so cool, man. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. We better not see you again. And he's gonna disengage and run away.
No,
Who is this?
Brandon.
Brandon! That was cool, man! Jeez, I even tried to talk to him and make friends, and he just takes off like that.
Yikes.
Alright, talking. Did this thing not get to go? Wow, okay. Alright,
Do we
talking.
not have scrambles tonight?
Oh,
Oh yeah, he's here.
What?
He's been harassing the last living vampire.
Oh, okay. I just haven't heard him yet, that's why.
Yeah. So Toggin likes chill touch. Chill touch works. But I think what will he got on the cart because it's like a little bit higher. What would he have to do to get up on the roof?
From where you are, it would be an athletics check, and a percentile. The athletics check is a DC 10, and then there's a 90% chance that the roof will hold.
You know what? Let's do it. Let's try.
He's
I
below
think this will be funny. It'll be great if it works, and funny if it doesn't. Oh, I'm with one right now. That was for me, though. That was for Taga.
All right, so the athletics worked just fine. And then 19%. Yep, no problem. So you're able to get up here. It does take so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you have 5 feet left of movement.
Okay. And Tagan will move there.
Okay, this is a slanty roof, so your footing is not completely stable.
Good to know. And he's gonna go ahead and, he's still got his action. He's gonna do chill touch. He's not next to him, so it's fine.
How much damage does that do?
2d8 necrotic.
So, worth it. Like, you don't have any other stuff that's going to be that powerful, right? Especially that's not a cantrip.
Oh.
And it does special stuff too.
And it can't regain hit points.
Alright, so that is enough to finish her off. As this ghostly hand appears. And what do we see?
So this, skeletal hand out of this glowing blue energy, which is what all of his magic looks like. I think it goes for the throat, and, it, loses its balance, and, this hand, looks like it's just shoving it down by the throat to flat on the roof.
Okay, very nice. So it's in there, squirms for a moment, and then just stops moving. And you see some of the skin, the whole thing sort of deflates a little bit, and the bones protrude a little bit more, and the skin sort of shrinks in.
Ooh, love that.
All right, that is Rindon is now gets his full attacks. He doesn't have to hold it.
Well, I'm glad you can see.
And its first one hits. And that is enough to drop her. And he sort of barks a little bit and then gets back into his stance as he's waiting for her to move again.
Waiting for her to come back up.
That was fun. Do it again.
And Luthien.
Alright, so there are no more enemies. Everybody's down, right?
The vampire
Brendan
that...
is there.
Yeah, there's Brendan.
He's 10 feet behind you, but he's running away, making
Did
threats.
she cut him? I'd like
And
to
the
cut him off.
vampire that Rindon just took down is gonna come back up again.
Okay, well, I want to stop Brendan. She's gonna have a nice little lightning bolt fall in front of him, far enough back that's not gonna hit him. But I want to stop him because if I remember, it's alleyways. So if it stops, it strikes in front of him, he won't have anywhere to go. Correct?
No, he can turn the other way, but we can do it in the direction he was running.
A four-way intersection is what you're in. He ran from the east into the intersection. From the west. He ran east into the intersection and is trying to go west. You are to the north branch, and Jackson to the south branch.
So really, if you do it in the east branch, he theoretically be forced to run towards Jackson. I could stop him.
Well, I'm hearing two sections are open. I want to strike one of the branches, and then whichever branch I can get to first, I probably want to move to block it off. So I
Okay.
kind of get what you guys say, but whichever one is furthest, strike, and then move to block the other one.
Okay.
Oh.
So go ahead and. You said you don't want to hit him with lightning. You just want to scare him.
Yeah, she's just trying to scare him.
Okay.
She wants some information.
And do you want to shatter a well as a rhino, or do you want to just go on the other side of him? Because you can go to either side. Because they're about the same.
She's going to not shatter the well. She would like
Okay.
the locals to like her still. Wells are important.
So he's going to roll a. Yes. Sorry, you don't want to destroy the stone circle with water in the bottom. You know you mean well.
I think that's probably what she was going for.
And as the lightning slams down right in front of him, he stumbles back, blinking his eyes and shaking his head from the thunder and the lightning.
Oh, Jackson,
I don't think Cree is here.
I just saw the green line under Cree.
Oh, that's why. I skipped. All right, so she stands up and she's going to turn on Rendon. She's tired of being attacked by him. She's now been prone. Let me remove that from her. Alright, so she lashes out and hits Rendon, and he sort of still wagging his tail as it does some damage to him.
Hey, bro, how fast are you going?
Misses with the other attack. He sort of barks, growling a little bit. Alright, Jackson.
So the dog. The intention is that
I love that the dog just found a toy.
we're going to try to not kill her. It's going to just use an undeadly force.
I believe the intention is that whatever triggers her regeneration hasn't been stopped.
Yeah.
The dog doesn't. The wolf is just playing.
Wolf is just
so he
playing.
doesn't mind.
This is something he can kill and it'll come right back and he can kill it again.
So is it Oddly Willow or is it a different one?
Oddly Willowy is, or no, it's Criminal Violent Giggle is the one that,
there.
yeah.
Okay.
Oddly Willowy is Brandon, who we are trying to keep, or Luthien's trying to keep from running away.
It would appear she's trying to keep him alive and just keep him cornered.
Right.
So
she hasn't said anything to you guys, though.
15 feet if you want to blast her with your chest ray.
Yep.
You gotta get like the Iron Man power-up sound.
That's right.
For that specific thing.
I think that's 10 feet. One more feet. More square. And then let's see, where's the funny target? Right. So there she is. Off the map, okay. Yep. All right. So the blast is covered under the in the actions. At the bottom here.
Number 8, she has a save, so just click the save, and we'll see if she makes it.
Okay.
Hope she doesn't.
Save. There we go. Come on, baby. What you got? Oh. She was
Nope, she
successful at her
ducks out of the
save.
way as this beam of radiant light comes flashing at her.
I disagree. Let's talk about it. All right. So
So you
so
move
do I still
15 feet.
right? So I still have the other movement if I want, or not?
You do.
I don't. Yeah, I had a total of 40, I think. So I can get involved if I have no. Wait a minute. 15. Yeah, I can get right up on him or her and attack her with the magical one.
Your battle axe.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that again. See if I can move it up there myself. Like that, okay.
All right. So he's gonna get his op attack against you. With
This
his
is
mace,
why is he getting there?
Man, it'd be
because you
really
ran
fun.
next to him without and out of his range. With a
I was just
2,
about to say it would be really funny if you got a nat one again.
I don't understand why it's the case, but anyway.
You didn't
because
like.
you ran by
shape-
the thug. Because you just ran straight
Right, but
toward her.
But there's this 5-foot space between us when I went up. What?
You didn't shape it that way.
I did. I went straight up. Man.
Yeah, you
You
went
didn't
straight
do it.
at her, so you went went through the
I
square
went
that
straight
was
up
adjacent to him.
from where I was. I was straight up from where I was. I was sitting right there at the corner.
Yep.
I went straight up.
Correct.
There's still one more step. There's one square between us. Yeah, there's one square. I'm not seeing the ranged ones
You were
clearly.
here. You
Yeah,
went.
well, I was lower than that.
You moved
Over
15
40
feet up, shot her with your chest array,
Okay.
and then you moved from here directly to there. And
Why-
if you look at that, you're going through.
Yeah, but if you were to make the 5 foot a round circle,
This
diameter,
square,
I would have completely
You went right
missed.
through that square, and he attacked
Oh,
you.
that's okay. You were correct. And one side him, that was way the hell up there. Comparatively, he had to move. She had to move. Whatever it was. He. Okay, can I attack now?
Uh-huh. Because
So
your
up, I'm
chest
gonna use-
array is a bonus action, so you get 2 attacks with your battle axe.
Yes, okay. Maybe. Yeah, that should work. And how much damage is it? How much did I get?
All right, so
Oh,
she
damage
drops.
is 13. I'm attacking again while she's still there. No, maybe it's. I mean, I pressed it twice. Which doesn't matter. I mean,
All right, so she drops, and you slam the axe down into her again.
yeah.
All right, scrambles. You see the vampire you've been fighting is now dead, half off the roof, next to you.
Half off. That's a pretty nice sound.
I would like to move there so I can see better, and then I'll keep moving. Perfect. Boom. Scrabbles is going to run here. And is this thing here a building, or is that just
Yes.
like a fancy sidewalk?
Nope, it's building.
Okay. I'm gonna pop my echo as a bonus action. Pop my echo here. Is that in a square? I can't really tell. If
Yes.
it's not in a square, will you move it into a square? Because I can't really tell from where I'm at.
It's in a square. You're good.
And then I'm going to attack him.
You're attacking Brandon?
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck Brendan up. Brendan's wild as shit for attacking Jackson. I can't fucking believe him.
Holy.
He was gonna get to live, but now I'm just saying, fuck you, Brendan.
You're like, fuck Brandon.
Oh Oh my god. Okay.
Boom. And I kill the shit out of Brandon.
Alright, so he drops as your blade slices into him twice, and this wisp rises up, goes into the blade.
Yeah.
Toggin from the roof. I think he probably has a pretty good vantage point on the criminal violent giggle.
She's on the ground being attacked by two other people, so
He does have the. He's
You are
15 feet up, though.
40 feet away. Do you have spell sniper or anything like that?
No.
Alright, so then what is the range of
Sniper.
that?
120 feet.
Okay, so your range is fine. So I'll say you have a -2. That's right, you are 15 feet. You're 20 feet up at this point, by the way, because it's a conical roof.
Oh, come on.
Bubs, come here.
You know
So-
what? No, I don't want this to drag on. I'm gonna use my
Are you
inspiration to
attacking
reroll that.
the whatever the thing is, criminal giggles?
Yeah, the vampire.
I
that's
assume it's
down that's gonna
unconscious
come
because
back
it's
up.
been hit down to 0 hit points. Is that accurate or no?
Yes,
Attack rolls against this creatures have advantage. Unconscious.
and it's prone, so she has disadvantage, so it evens out. That's why it says
She has
ATB.
disadvantage if
and
she's within 5
disadvantage.
feet of it.
No, ranged attacks against prone people have disadvantage. She would
Mm.
have advantage if she's adjacent to it. Like that's what.
Well,
That's
I'm
why
using my
Jackson got a crit.
inspiration to reroll that.
Okay.
There we go.
That's a hit.
Because I don't want to wait a whole other round for somebody to do radiant or I don't know what the other ones are. But this thing, she can't regain hit points now. So yeah. That should actually kill her.
Eventually.
Ideally.
All right. So as the clouds continue to roil above you guys, it is now very dark. Toggin, you're having a hard time seeing. I was nice and just let it go for the
Yeah,
fight.
I got it.
But you can see the sunlight beyond this thundercloud that's above your heads. But where you are is rather dark. But you are on grass, so it's soft.
Oh yeah, what crap?
And the rhino
Oh,
has
yeah.
something to eat if it wants.
Go ahead and
if the
release
rhino
him.
if the rhino eats the grass, does it heal Luthien a little bit?
The rhino's not hurt, so no.
I have released Luthien, but I think Sven has to do it too.
Yeah, it has to hand it to me, I think.
Alright.
Come on,
characters.
computer. I know you can do it.
You can do it.
Click. Clear. Click.
Scramble starts dragging bodies into the back of this cart.
Alright, so both of
throwing
them are open now. The vampire spawn are in varying degrees of, not necessarily decay, but like I said, just really old and withered. The three thugs rather, are fresh. 2 thugs. The 2 thugs are something you may need to worry about.
You may need.
Well, Scrambles wants to throw them all in the back of the wagon and then we can loot their bodies. But for now, let's get them out of the street and out of the open.
Alright. Vampire spawn. 2 of
So,
them.
Toggen's going to try to like carefully get off this roof that he climbed up to and then immediately didn't need to be on there anymore.
Okay. Now, Luthien, what are you doing?
Uh, oh, she'll probably change back, to a human form. She's wanting to get out of the grapple. I don't remember how I revert back. Do I just click the effect again?
If you open up, you have to open up the effects in the combat tracker, and then
Oh, okay, and then
delete
remove
the
it.
wild shape.
Gotcha. I remember now.
Question. Actually, I think Toggen's asking this question to everybody, because he wouldn't know. What's like society's viewpoint on like vampires? Like, would we be like rewarded for killing a bunch of vampires, or like,
Are they citizens of some
are they
place?
like people, or are they like monsters that like, like, I don't know.
They got to be respected.
Why? Why would you have to respect them?
Vampires are, I mean, not necessarily werewolves, but vampires are pretty smart.
Yeah, but they're evil.
I would
They're what?
think, unless they are known to be vampires, then they would probably be considered citizens unless they are known to be, and then there would be monstrosities. So, if people don't know they're vampires, I think in their eyes we've just killed citizens.
Okay, but we've got like a bunch of bite marks that say otherwise. And also, as soon as we killed them, they like shriveled up and shit. So,
Exactly.
like, if we took these guys to the city guard and said, hey, we were attacked by vampires and these two thugs, and we acted in self defense, here's this
Right.
random girl that's
Yeah.
not associated with us that stands as our alibi. Would we get some sort of reward for like keeping the streets safe? Or
Oh,
like,
I see what you're saying now. Okay.
Scrambles wants to
like,
do a
is this
perception
something that we
check.
could be upfront about?
Okay,
Right.
go ahead and roll.
Do I see any town guards or witnesses? Because
No.
I don't see any on the map. Looks like we could just walk away from this thing.
Luthien is personally gonna say she doesn't want to do that, and because in her opinion, people find out, people see. You can tell kind of via her speech that she's not particularly comfortable in towns and such, and so she's gonna say she'd rather cover herself than worry about potentially having issues with the town guard.
Scrambles looks over at Jackson and he looks over at Tog and he goes, well, you guys heard the pretty elf lady? She killed all these people by herself. I say we get out of here.
I agree.
I don't wanna-
not do to take responsibility for our actions, though? I do not
We
think they
did.
are
We
bad
did take-
actions.
We took all the responsibility, but I don't know if you've looked at yourself lately, Toggin. You're a 10-foot tall gray thing. My boy next to me has got devil horns, and I'm a minotaur. I don't really want to
But
see
I
what the
am
justice
very
system in the city is
persuasive.
like. I don't really want to see what the justice system in the city is like, and there's no witnesses. As far as I'm concerned, they attacked us. We defended ourselves. We should just leave. Plus,
Right.
don't you have a package to
Won't be
deliver?
invited back. They won't
I
invite
do
us
have
back, that's all.
package to deliver. It would be most unfortunate if it did not get there.
Luthien's gonna start looting the bodies while they're having this conversation, by the way.
I think Scrambles already did?
Nope, I just threw them all into the
Oh.
bucket. I don't want to be caught with all of these dead bodies, so the first thing I did was start loading people into the back of that cart so they were out of the street.
Again.
All right, so you start looking through the cart. And so you guys have been talking. What is it that you're actually doing?
Scrambles is
Heading
walking away
off?
from the dead bodies.
Okay.
I don't want to be anywhere near that cart. I want to look like I've been sitting or leaning against this wall for hours.
Luthien's specifically looking for any information on these guys, because it seems like they knew, or like the rest of the group kind of knew what they're talking about. I'm assuming she has no clue what their issue is with us. So she's just looking for any general information on the group or like a basic hideout type of thing.
Are you asking any of us about that?
As of right
Or
now,
are
no.
you just looking through their body?
As of right now, she's just looking through bodies. You're also still 20 feet in the air, so you probably want to get down to the floor. Unless you're flying.
Yeah, and
That
your
would be
dog's
impressive.
5 feet under, okay?
How
Cut
is
me
he
some
5 feet
slack.
under? There you go. I'm already 10 feet under. It's fine. And then, yeah, that's what she's gonna do for now.
Hagen is messing around in this like pouch that he's got like on like his side. He pulls out a vial and some ingredients and stuff and starts mixing them, pouring in like some fluid from another vial, and he's going to go up to Luthien.
Rebels is watching out for witnesses now.
And Hagen
Travels
is
looks like he does not want to be next to the murder site, next to the body, next to the wheelbarrow full of dead bodies when people start showing up.
Hagen is holding out a stone vial filled with something towards Luthien, and he says, "Drink these." Do you drink it?
Luthien's gonna, you
Give
know in
me
all
an
the movies where
herbalism
they,
skill check.
me?
Yep.
Okay.
Herbalism.
What is herbalism?
There you go.
Herbal with a
Fucking,
little bit of ism at the end.
So you know she made a healing potion. It was faster than, normally if you did the same thing, it would take you a lot longer. But all the ingredients she used and stuff were for healing potion.
alright, then she's definitely gonna drink that. She makes some comment on them knowing about it, but right now I have no comment.
Knowing about what?
About knowing herbalism. Try to bond over herbalism and sum up, but I have no comment right now because my brain is blank.
I'm just looking at my skills, and herbalism is not one. So I was like, is herbalism a skill you can unlock? That's like a new one.
It's a
No.
it's a trade. So like if
Oh, that's
like,
cool.
you get a brewer's kit, poisoner's kit, herbalism kit.
Cool.
Different kits you can buy, and that's one of them.
Yeah.
I've just
I
never seen someone make an
cartography.
herbalism check. That's why I was so confused. I was like,
You're
that's
like,
a real
what the
thing?
fuck?
I went straight to my
You're
skills
like, I've
page
been
and
playing D&D for
Yeah.
how long?
history,
Why the
insight.
fuck did I know about this?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's gonna thank him, and then does she find anything in regards to information about what they're doing, where they are, all that crap?
You find that the one that Rinden was attacking.
Reno,
over
your
Yes, I
mic is
know.
not muted.
has a
Trying to
twig.
get this thing done.
The one that was on the roof has a golden sickle, a small little golden sickle charm, and the one that was killed first, sort of right where Rinden's standing now, he has a little vial of liquid.
I missed the first one. I heard the sickle and the liquid. I missed what the first one had.
It's a twig, and it looks like it's been lacquered.
Like oiled?
Yes.
Okay. I almost said Zoya. Luthien is gonna grab the vial of liquid and can I take a roll? I don't know what I've used, whether it be nature or something else, to kind of figure out the significance of this lacquered twig, if there is any at all.
Go ahead and give me a percentile.
I think that's this one.
far as you can tell, this appears to be from a pine tree. So it doesn't, wouldn't have any particular magical value or any kind of special use. It's a smaller piece. Somebody went through the trouble putting lacquer on it and varnish and making it to where it'll last. So you're guessing it was probably just a keepsake. It is not magical.
Okay. Luthien will probably hold on to the liquid and the stick. And my brain is blanking on what a sickle is.
The Russian Soviet symbol. It's like a half moon dagger thing. Like a scythe almost, but way more crooked.
And a lot smaller.
Oh, like you
Use it
you
with your
hand
hand.
hold it for wheat?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you use it to chop down wheat?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But it's the small one-handed version, not the big scythe.
It's basically a crescent moon with a handle.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you said it's a gold sickle?
Toggin has one hanging from his hip, doesn't he? Or am I misremembering?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, it's a regular sickle. It's a small, like a charm. It's
Oh, it's a necklace kind of thing.
it's 2 inches, and it's made of gold.
Luthien will take that then too. Even if it's not worth a lot, it's probably worth something. There's nothing magical about it that she can tell off the bat, right?
Correct. It is not magical.
Luthien will go over to Toggin and hand the vial and ask, she'll probably ask him if he wants to help identify this with her, considering the fact that I just made a healing potion.
Yeah.
All right, so we're
I
gonna
would
go ahead and take our
recommend that
break
we
here.
move before we do that.
So as she walks up to you, we'll take our 10-minute break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Go grab drinks or snacks or whatever you need to do, and we will be right back.
Cool.
All right, and we are back.
Oh, yeah.
So, you go ahead and give me a herbalism check.
Herbalism. Ew.
All right, so with 13, this is water. You don't have any kind of. A lot of the wells that you've tasted have different chemicals and more like sulfuric taste to them and such. So you're guessing this is either a lake, but then it doesn't have any of the sediment and the things that you would expect from a lake. So you're guessing this is river water of some kind.
Okay.
But you're not sure why it's in a small vial.
Okay.
Hello. Duggan said we should probably not be here before he tries to help you identify that.
Yeah, I
We
didn't
should
track
go
what you
somewhere
said.
else.
Yeah.
So as you guys are talking, beyond on the other side of the well, Jackson, you see these two. You see a light walking, and you see these two guards. One of them is holding a lantern, and they walk by. One of them looks down the alley, and then quickly looks away, and they just keep walking.
So what are my suspicions? They're lazy guard people or thieves?
You'd expect them
I'm sorry,
to at
what-
least say
They are-
something about the grass.
They're in
Yeah.
uniform, so they appear to be guards.
Okay.
They don't appear to be thieves.
Right. Okay, well, I'm going to probably assume that they're just being lackadaisical. But why wouldn't they notice all the grass? So I don't know. I'm just going to keep my cool and just hang and see what happens. They could be faking and coming around the backside or whatever. You never know. So, what do we got here?
Luthien, what is your passive perception?
Where do I see that again? Is it the 18 on my senses?
Yes.
Okay, then 18. I don't know how I have such a high perception, but
'Cause it's
passive
suspicion and
perception.
perception.
I guess so. Damn, love that boy.
So Jackson, you can tell that they are intentionally ignoring at least the part of this area they can see.
Okay. Why would they be
So
doing that?
theoretically, they may have been paid off to ignore this area.
Right, that makes sense. I'm not getting the hint. What is our plan of action here for this? Considering what's happening, it's kind of unusual.
Well, so Scrambles has said he doesn't want anything to do with taking ownership over what happened here. Luthien,
Taugen said he wanted to go.
So Luthien, you
Yeah.
saw them and you saw them do the same thing. You just don't understand why or what happened. But you saw them pass by. So if you wanted to chase them down, you could, because they're only about 60 feet away as they pass by the buildings to the east.
I would like to ask, like, what does she know about this town at all? Like, is is it known to be a high
That is not me, by the way.
that's Mantha, a high crime area, or like not high crime, but I'm like, what does
Sorry
she know
guys, I
of this
thought I was
town?
muted.
It's, sorry, my brain's having a hard time
Waterdeep is
blocking
by
out
far
noises.
the largest city you've ever been in, and it is massive, and it has a lot of history. You've heard tons of stories about it. You don't know how much of them are true.
But I mean, like, gossip trades wise, has she heard, Waterdeep is, corrupt, full of crime, things like that. Like, because, some towns, everybody says don't interact with the guards, because the guards are going to be paid off by somebody somewhere, type of blurb. If that makes any sense. I'm really struggling today. Apologies, guys.
So there, you haven't, like I said, you've heard all different types of tales and different. Just looking at some of these things here, but it's hard to tell what's true and what's not. There's nothing specific as far as so far as you can tell. The Waterdeep City Council, is not necessarily evil. They have you do know that they have a Griffin rider.
That's cool. I want a griffin.
Guard. There's a section of the guard that rides griffins and can patrol and protect Waterdeep. This is a. I was looking to see if there was a key on here, and I don't see one. But it would take you almost a full day to go from one end of the other to of the city, because you're going through the city. There's a big hill overlooking it. That's what to the between the castle ward and the dock ward is this large mountain hill peak thing overlooking it with a tower on it that overlooks the city. But as far as each section, you've heard different things about different sections. City of the Dead is clearly where a lot of the people are buried. Castle Ward is the more elite, as well as the North Ward are where some of the nobles and the merchants live. The Dock Ward is where all the trade is from, so there you can get anything from a visiting king to bakers and everything in between in the Dock Ward. The Trade Ward is more, again, lots of merchants, lots of travelers, so it all depends on where you're going and what you're doing in each within the city.
Well, she tried to identify the weird liquid.
Hey, are we still standing in this alleyway? Like, we should get out of here.
Well, we've only had like a few seconds in this alleyway since we took our break.
You looted bodies, you've identified liquid. I've said, let's get the fuck out of here like 5 times. Scrambles is gonna leave. I don't want to be around this.
Okay.
We're gone. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
What direction are you guys heading?
The direction we came from. So
We're trying to go drop off a package with a null, whichever way that is.
It's to the east.
Yeah.
Oh,
this way.
So not the way you came from.
I don't know how to rotate him, so he's facing the other way, but she's probably walking beside him. Thank you. That's
Hold
the
down,
square.
shift, and use your mouse wheel.
Okay, I tried Control and Alt, and of course I didn't try Shift. It's fine.
Alright, so the grass starts to wither and dissipate. And there's now a layer of dead weeds and varying degree of hay, or weeds and dead grass.
It's funny. I think that is like out of all the times that I've used the Wand of Wonder, I think that's the least efficient it's ever been. I don't think there's ever been a time when it didn't like do something that would hurt something.
I just turned somebody blue. A hill what was it? The hill giant? Yeah, it was a hill giant. Turned him blue. I then spent the rest of the fight trying to make it mean something, where it was a hill giant chief. That's what it was, and I was like, people are ignoring him. They don't like him anymore because he's blue. They don't trust him because he's blue. So every time it was his turn, I would say something about him being blue. Anyway, no offense to Toggin.
Yeah, I mean that's
So-
kind of racist. Jeez.
Okay. He looks like a Goliath now. But I didn't say that. I didn't think of it. I should have. Alright, so Luthien, are you just gonna? So you're looking at your directions, and it just so happens that you're going in that same direction as well.
Yeah, I was just
Well,
rereading
watch
what
it
you
turn
told
out
me
that we're
real
looking
quick.
for the same person.
Uh, I this role playing today is not gonna be my day. And so Luthien, I'm assuming everybody's kind of where they're gonna be. I don't even know how to continue this conversation. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a day. Luthie's gonna ask Toggin. So, what are you guys delivering? I'm assuming they said something about the package at some point, so she's gonna ask what they're delivering and why.
Definitely
I
didn't
do
say
not
anything about the package.
Well, I thought one of you guys said, we have a package to deliver, let's go. If
Nope.
not, then that's fine. Then
I might
Misheard
have
us.
said that, but either way, Toggin has like this bundle tied to his back, so you are probably staring at it the whole time we're walking.
well, then Luthier's probably gonna say, what are you carrying? I don't. I'm coming up with conversation, guys. Help me out here.
I do not know. It is not my business to know.
Well,
How far away from the dead bodies are we?
Not far. The cart's right over there.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Hey, if you want to stay here and be responsible for those things, cool. But I don't want to talk to you until we're far away from this. I've
I
been
thought we
pretty
were
nice
talking
about
and
it,
walking.
but
Well,
I want to get the fuck out of here.
I'm assuming we're further than that. We just don't have map to go to. Like, we're
I
still
understand
walking
that.
and talking.
That's why I asked the DM. I was just asking, hey, how far are we?
At this point, you guys have gone about. You passed the street. You see the guards continuing to walk away from you guys, and
Cool.
one of them turns back, sees you all, and turns back, keeps going.
This map
Cool.
is null.
You're about 100 feet from where you started.
Do I have any healing spells? No. Okay.
And considering Toggin rudely shut down your last attempt at conversation, as we are walking, he will say, "That is nice winter wolf you have there. You know, my clan, not me specifically, but we raised them. This one does not look like it is, how do you say, tamed. It looks wild."
It's because he was found wild. I actually don't remember how exactly I came to get him in the original.
I remember there was like some big like cavern
Basically,
with like a witch or something.
yeah. Basically, we fought some, and
Yes.
then one just kind of showed up wounded. I tended to it, and he tended him back to health, and then he became my companion. Okay, so
it looks like you have done a good job. He is strong and healthy, and follows those commands from you pretty well.
we've gone through a lot. You don't think you know the full story of what we've been doing.
Nope.
Maybe I'll tell you sometime. Let's see. Everybody's rolling.
Everybody's rolling for history.
All right, and Jackson, we have a roll.
History. Yep.
So Scrambles, you've heard of druids. You've seen a couple as you've traveled. They usually live out. They're sort of like rangers. Park rangers are in our society. They set apart sections, vast sections of land, depending on how big the druid is. Sometimes they'll also become. You've also heard that they form what's called a druid circle, and so there's a group of druids who will protect an area of land. They're more tree huggery. They don't really usually care as much about people, humanoids in general, than they do about the land and maintaining balance. They typically tend to be very neutral in that they're not necessarily good, they're not necessarily evil. They like to, like I said, they focus on nature. But there are extremes on both sides. There are some evil druids who will twist the land and corrupt it and use it for their own gain. Other people who are very good and go try to make things all fey and flowers and roses all the time. Lots of lilac in those druid circles.
So it's a druid human, or they like an elf?
It's a class of people.
It can be any class.
Yes, it's like saying he's a barbarian human. They can be any race.
Any race.
Ours isn't.
A lot of elves, a lot of furbolg, which are these, and a lot of fae people who like to be druids. And they're also, all of you know that they shape change. You just saw her turn into a rhino and back. So all of you, even with the rolls you made, Toggin, you've never talked to one before. You've never seen them. One of your clan went to learn from the druids and stayed there and became a member of the Plains Circle. So they left the tundra and went down and lived in the plains. But that's pretty much all you know about druids.
The Scrambles is going to say,
Sounds about right.
"What are you doing in the city? It's not a place for druids."
You're right. This is not a place for druids. I don't like the city very much. I'm on a quest of my own personally. I'm in search of a friend. She has been taken by someone and being used in the fur trade. I'm here for information. I'm on the hunt for currently a man. I don't want to a creature. I don't want to butcher this guy's name. Olfak.
Olfak, correct.
Olfak. He's my next lead.
So just to clarify, You did rescue your friend, and your friend was a druid.
I
For
did
those of you,
rescue him.
yeah,
Cool.
for those of you at home, uh, the story is really cool, and eventually, if you guys stay together, you'll learn the story anyway. But she's a druid.
She spans across 3 separate campaigns because
Yes,
I suck.
Yeah.
now 4 campaigns. So she was a druid. She was captured by this individual, forced to study exotic animals like a snow leopard, and then forced to change into that snow leopard. That person would then skin her and sell the fur from her, and
Make her keep doing it.
correct, because even if she died, she would just revert back to her human form. If her animal form died, she would revert back to her human form, and she could do that twice a day. And so that's how he was using her, by magically keeping her captive.
So I'm on
money
a
off of her.
revenge.
So your group went and rescued her, brought her back to her circle, which was the plains, the grass,
Grasslands.
the grasslands druid circle. But he escaped, and
Okay.
so you are trying to track him down. And the last you tracked him down to a small village. When you went to that village, he wasn't there anymore. The only clue you had was one of the merchants mentioned that he ordered some stuff, and the merchant that he ordered it from was named Olthak, and he was in
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. So
Okay, so then
that's why you're
rewording.
here.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then rewording. Basically, just trying to stop the trade is then her goal. It's not. It's kind of revenge, but also trying to
Find out
stop
information on
innocent
where this
people.
guy went. Maybe this Olthak knows he ordered something, so where did he send it to? You know, hopefully you can track down this guy and find out where he is.
Yes.
Then I do not believe it was coincidence that we met. We are heading to same person. So you know, because we were also warned about this. He is a gnoll, which is not common to see in cities.
I am well aware. Thank you. You do you know who sent the package you're currently ferrying? Do they have any information on that?
I'm not sure Toggin wants to tell you, so he's going. I do not believe that is your business at the moment. And he will leave it at that. Sorry, I don't know you.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm just trying. I'm like, my role play today is terrible. I apologize. Again.
Man, I started my conversation by talking about your dog, so.
Yeah.
Oh, you already did. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna keep going to Olthak, unless we want to do more talking.
Well, so when we get to Olfak, there's going to be a little bit of a problem, as we're supposed to give him a package, and she wants to kill him.
I
I
think
never
she
said
wants
I
find
wanted to kill
information.
him. I
Oh,
need
okay. You want to be best
information.
friends with the guy who skinned your friend 2 times a day for
No,
a
No,
long time?
he didn't skin him. He
Not the
has
same person.
information I need. So
Oh,
basically, the
he was
guy
the
who
guy.
skinned my friend, got away. The only lead I have on this guy is that he sent a package to Olfak. Olfak. Oh, freaking heck. The Knoll.
He ordered
And so-
something from Olthak.
Okay, so
Okay.
as far as you guys know, all I want is information. I'm not I'm not aiming to kill him. I haven't particularly
I
tried to
thought
portray
Olstak
that that's my
was
plan.
the guy, so I
No,
misunderstood.
Olstak might
No.
know
Where
because
the
if
guy
he
is.
ordered something, he had to send it somewhere. So hopefully Olstak can tell him where he sent it.
Also, okay. So, how do I feel about that inside check I did? Do I think she's telling the truth, or do I think she's lying there out her ass?
I typed it in it, and when I dragged it to you, it disappeared. Yeah, she
I
seems to
hate
be
it when
very
that happens.
straightforward
Okay.
and being very blunt as she's talking. And so as far as you can tell, she seems to be legit. She believes what she's saying.
Scrambles is going to reach around his neck and take off his holy symbol. I don't remember what it was.
Is it the Rakdos holy symbol or a different
Probably. I don't remember. We'll say it's the Rakdos holy symbol.
one? Okay.
And he's gonna put it in his hand, and he's gonna walk over to Luthien, and he's gonna hand it to her. And he's gonna say, "This is the Rakdos symbol of truth. Person cannot lie whilst holding it and wearing it. Put it on. I have questions for you, and we can see if you can stay with us." I was just
Luthien-
wearing it.
Yes. Luthien's gonna very politely say,
If it is cursed, I mean, he couldn't pass it over to you. So.
well, no, but Luthien's gonna politely say, your business is your business, and my business is mine. I will not hinder your errand. If my intentions are solely to speak with this. I don't know what to call him. A gnoll. I don't want to be like this beast,
Merchant.
but also this man. Merchant. I like that. And get any information. Innocent lives are at stake, whether you believe me or not.
So are you holding this holy symbol
Yeah,
while
I'm
you do
holding it out. Yep, I'm holding it out to her.
No, I'm
Yeah.
asking Luthien, do you take the
She
holy symbol when you
hasn't.
say
She
this?
hasn't touched it yet. No.
Okay. So give me this check as you're talking. There we go. There.
Oh, fine.
Man, if only we had somebody who could cast Zone of Truth.
I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I'm here to talk to the merchant.
So-
I have no intentions of threatening or killing. I want to get out of this city as soon as possible, but I need information first. And
So
this
we're-
is my only lead.
So you've heard of Rakdos, but you're not really familiar with it. You recognize the symbol.
Shit.
You may not have known who it was, but you've seen that symbol before. But other than that, you really don't know much about it. You don't know good, bad, evil, what they do, what they talk about. You're not really familiar with it.
Okay, I'm just like, it's a name I've heard.
Yes.
So, you can go your own way, or you can take the holy symbol of Rakdos and speak only the truth and answer questions. But we are not going to lead you to somewhere. You are not a part of our group. You have your own mission. Take the truth symbol and talk to me, or go your own way. And I hold it out again.
You aren't leading me anywhere. I already know where I'm going.
Are you holding the truth symbol when you say that?
No. But you also saw her with the piece of paper wandering around. I will say that from, back when we first met.
Sure, lots of people have paper.
Yeah.
We told you we're going to him. I don't know you, and I can't trust you, and since you won't take the holy symbol of truth, how am I supposed to know you're not lying?
I could say the same for you.
I'm holding the holy symbol of truth. You know I'm not lying.
I don't know that that's what it is. All I know is that you're...
Isn't that from Rakdos?
Yes.
Yes, but I don't know who
How
he is
that
at
good?
all.
He's chaotic.
It's not
I
good.
don't know
I
that
didn't
either.
say he was a good god at all. That's not what I said.
No.
Saying-
she's gonna say, I have heard of the name. I do not know anything about this person you worship. I trust in nature and nature alone. Nature does not lie.
I'm not asking you to trust in Rakdos. I'm asking you to trust in the symbol and what it does.
Isn't
I
that still
cannot trust you.
Rakdos?
It
No.
doesn't matter who it is. She doesn't know who he is other than the name, and that they're generally have some form of religion wrapped around it. That's all she knows from that.
Right.
Okay. Scrambles will step back, put this necklace back on his neck, and go, we cannot trust the elf. She will not take symbol of truth, and therefore we can't trust her.
All right, so it's about this time you guys are coming up onto this house, which appears to be the address that you want. You see it's a 2-story house, and you see there are 2 lanterns lit on outside, and you hear music coming from inside, and laughter and noise inside. Sort of sounds like an inn.
Well, Luthien, I'm assuming she still has her piece of paper.
She does.
Well,
No one
check
took
her
it from me.
piece. Check her piece. Well, unless
Yeah.
you dropped it or something, set it on fire. You know, anything can happen with paper. Check her piece
Especially
of
when you're
paper.
casting Call Lightning.
I'm gonna assume that we're kind of in the same formation. I'm assuming Toggen's kind of in front. She's gonna walk past Scrambles and Toggen.
She is not. Scrambles is not letting her go into that building. Does not trust her.
Okay.
Taugen, if you want to go and deliver your package first, then we will leave, and then she can resume her business.
Okay. Go ahead.
I do not trust that she will not kill him. She will not hold the symbol of truth. Also, just a curious thing, DM. If I'm lying to someone and I give you a deception check, is there any way for me to know whether or not that person is it just like stone cold on my side? I can't tell whether she knows I'm lying or not.
Correct. It's like in real life, you don't know for sure unless they say something.
You
Or
can kind of read people if you're lying to them.
you can give me a insight in return.
Okay, that's what I want.
I would like to say she's been extremely relaxed this entire time. She doesn't feel threatened.
Yeah,
But
I'm not
she's
threatening her.
very blunt, very
Not
straightforward.
sense that she's being defensive, or
Malicious.
that she's. You don't think that thinks you're lying or not. You think that she just doesn't care about religion, and
So, just so everyone's clear, I'm not telling her Rakdos is going to make her lie or not lie. I'm claiming the thing I'm holding makes you tell the truth. That's it. It's a symbol of Rakdos, but I'm saying the symbol itself makes you tell the truth. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. And that's what I was getting from you.
Cool. Just making sure.
Yeah.
I'm not asking anyone to become a follower of Rakdos or even claiming that Rakdos will
Can I
do
tell
that.
you about our Lord and Savior
Do we-
Rakdos?
Do we believe you already? I mean,
Well,
You two
currently-
know I'm lying.
okay.
Oh yeah.
Both Jackson and
I've
Taugen
absolutely
know I'm
seen
lying.
Scrambles
Okay.
lie. Well,
Fucking just lost my
hearing
computer.
that.
Clearly lying.
Son of a bitch.
So anyway, I think Toggen's gonna go in, since, Scrambles told him to.
she's gonna sit down on whatever the pavement. If there's a grassy area, she's gonna sit on the grassy area and just sit there.
There was down in the alley where we killed a bunch of people.
so there's a small tree at the corner of the road where the intersection is, but other than that, there's no grass
She's
or anything
gonna.
in this area.
Okay, then she's gonna lean against the tree.
Okay.
You can probably. I don't know how close Scrambles is to her.
No. He's by the door
She's
next to Taugen.
okay. She's gonna probably be, reciting a prayer or whatever.
Ooh, I want to hear who she's praying to. I want to roll.
Well, if you can understand Elvish, I'm not gonna say a whole prayer, but she's probably gonna be saying a prayer in Elvish.
Where is my...
And she's gonna have Rimden
That's tricks.
sit next to her. She has her hand on his side probably as she is reciting this prayer.
Scrambles does speak Elvish.
Okay, it's just I'm not gonna say a full prayer, but it's basically just to nature, blessing nature.
No specific gods? Not name
No
dropping
specific
anybody?
gods. Nope.
Okay, go. I'm not near you, so I probably would just hear like bits and clips of what you're saying.
Well,
if you
and
start
I
mumbling
would.
something under your breath sitting under a tree, Scrambles is paying attention to you.
Yeah. Well, and I would assume, based off of what Sven said, most of the time you would know that most druids follow Sylvanas.
Yeah.
But as of right now, it's solely nature. There is not a blessing to Sylvanas.
We have our group has somebody who follows Sylvanas, so that's why Scrambles was paying attention. Because it's pretty much the only one he knows anything about.
He's like, I know stuff about Sylvanas and Rakdos.
Sylvanas is the
That's it.
leaf tree god, and that's about all I know about, so...
Yep, he's the Oak Father.
Alright, so, I'm sharing this with everybody, although you guys split the party. I'm not going to pull you apart and separate you and make everybody sit there and twiddle their thumbs while we roleplay what's going on inside. As you go into this house, you see there's clearly some sort of dinner party that's happening. There's probably 20 people in this lower room, and there's several of them are dancing. It's sort of like like I said, sort of a very inn-ish feel, where all this stuff is happening. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason. There are some bards who are playing in one corner, and you see Olthak seated at the table, and there are several people around him. He's talking. He seems to be talking and things, and nobody even seems to react when you step in.
I think Tuggen is, surveying the scene, and he's just looking for Olsak. And so once he sees a knoll, he's going to head his way over to who he's assuming is Olsak.
Okay, so there are all different, like I said, all different types of conversations going on. There's laughter. You can smell the different desserts and foods. You don't see any other gnolls, but there's several different races, mostly human. But you see a dwarf who's seated at the end of the table, who just sort of leaned back in his chair, sort of watching. He's been watching you as you came in, but hasn't really done anything. He's wearing armor and has weapons. There's another human who's in the other opposite corner. Again, he's just sort of standing there. It's clear that he's some sort of guard. He's also in armor and has weapons. But those are the only two right off the bat. Most of the people have some sort of, even if it's just a ceremonial dagger or something. But you don't see anybody else in full kind of armor like the two of them are. And the scent of smoke is heavy in the air as you see that there are several people who are smoking various tobaccos or pipes. You're not really sure. that you can identify all of what they're smoking from the scent, because they're all blended from where you are. But
Yeah. And Toggin, I will note that, like, Toggin is, like, he's constantly, like, as soon as he's, like, looking at, like, Olthak again, he's, like, his attention is drawn by something else. He's, like, he's definitely radiating some nervous vibes. This is a lot of people.
okay.
Do any of the armored people do something as he tries to approach Olthak?
Nope. Like I said, they're watching you. They're the only two who seem to be. Several people will look at your way, and go back to their conversations. The two guards are watching. They're also watching the rest of the room, but they will focus on you as you come in, as you walk up to him.
Are you the one known as Olthak?
He sort of looks up and studies you up and down. Oh, yes. You are a tall one, yes. Ooh, what brings you to Olfax?
I have delivery for you. And Toggin would remember the name of the store. I don't remember the name of the store, but he would.
Oh, yes. My delivery. Oh, well. Come, sit. Enjoy. Perhaps you would like something to drink or something to eat.
I am alright. I am only here for delivery. My comrades are waiting outside for me.
Very well, I can understand. Come, follow me. And he rises up, and the people he was talking to just sort of turn and keep eating, or turn to the person next to them and continue their conversation. And he rises up, and you see he goes to the steps, and as you go to the steps, you see there's a shadow at the top of the steps, and there's looks to be an elf waiting at the top of the step, and they are also in studded leather armor. They have rapier and sling at the side. And Olthak turns, and the two of them go into a separate room. Are you going with them?
Why is that there?
Yep, I mean, he was told to follow Olthak, so he's gonna do it.
Okay.
Man, if I get, like, knocked out and kidnapped or something, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's about right.
Alright, so as you go in, you see there's a table and there's several chairs, 4 different chairs along, 2 on each side. There's a rug on the floor, and he comes in and he sort of turns around and waits for you to come in.
Toggins coming in.
Are you giving him the package?
Yep, he has no reason to withhold it.
Okay. So he checks the seal, sort of sniffs it a little bit. Looks as if he's going to say something, and then just sets it on the desk behind him and reaches in a pouch and puts 3 gold in your hand. Says, "You are welcome to stay. Yes, stay if you wish. come. But if you wish to go, be on your way. Thank you for your delivery. And the elf sort of steps forward.
If I may ask, what is this place?
Did you? What was the last word you said? Place?
Place.
This is Old Thac's house.
There seems to be many people for it to be a house.
The frat house, duh.
That's Old Thac is throwing a party. You're welcome to stay. Come stay and enjoy the party with us.
Again, it's a frat house, guys. That's what it sounded like to me.
I think Toggin, since he's got a one-on-one with Olthak, I think he's going to ask about... Did Luthien say names?
About who, specifically?
About the dude that was doing the bad shit.
Did I ever have a name for him, Sven?
You do have a name for him, yes.
She probably wouldn't
Remember
have
off the top of my
mentioned the
head what
name.
it is,
I don't
honestly.
remember either. It's been too long. But she probably wouldn't have specified a name.
Did you say would not have or would have?
Would not.
Okay.
Okay. And Toggin will say, so you are aware there is... You're an elf, right?
Yes. At least that's what it appeared to be. I don't know. Elf, half elf, probably. I'm sure elves are pretty... Are they pretty recognizable? I don't know.
Yes. They're very
Okay.
angular, thin, pointy ears. Especially a wood elf is very light on their feet and are able to hide. So they're shifty.
Very tall and lean.
So you are aware there is an elf outside that would like to ask you about some order you have shipped. And since Luthien didn't give him any names, that is all he's going to say. But I think, after he does that, Olthak can do whatever he wants with that information. And Toggin is going to head back out to the party. To his
Okay.
party, I should say, not the party.
We walk in and just find him drinking the grog in the corner.
Toggin's like doing shots and shit.
Doing the ice bong,
Alright, so
some vodka.
Somebody's got like a keg and he's chugging.
doing a handstand. Alright, so they so you head out and you see that he goes around and sits down at his desk. The elf sort of walks you to the door, shuts the door behind you, steps outside after you, and then just sort of stands there at the door as you head back downstairs. Again,
Checking on us?
the guards are sort of watching, but they don't move. They don't move from where they are. No one else really seems to care or pay attention to what you're doing as you walk out and go back out into the street.
Cool. And we're back out on the street and Toggin fills in his party members. And Luthien's over under a tree somewhere, so...
Right next to the inn. Or not the inn.
She's about 15 feet away. You see she's right there.
Scrambles would get out of the way then. He doesn't care if she goes inside now. No,
Well,
Toggen's outside.
okay. Olthak does have to make it till the morning. Or
Why?
we don't get our discount.
Oh, was that a thing? He
Yeah.
has to be alive till the next day.
Yeah, because the shop owner was like, oh well...
Okay, but are you
He's
saying that
talking
in
to Olthak
character would he remember and know that?
Ah.
That is one thing I just want to ask. Is that something he would remember?
Yes, because the shopkeeper was like, "Oh, I'll know that you delivered it because I'll be talking to Othak in the morning."
We did ask him how does he know that we delivered it.
That's fair.
Okay. Well, Scrambles still doesn't care. He gets up and out of the way. He was mostly worried about Talgan being in there alone. So
Oh.
he doesn't trust Luthien and his rabid dog. So he'll get out of the way.
Well,
And
he wanted to pet my dog 2 seconds ago, so.
no, he wanted to buy your dog 2 seconds ago. And that was several minutes ago.
I know, I'm
Talgan was
joking.
going to buy it.
What a wild way to meet somebody. Hey, can I buy your dog? No, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Why not? Lots of people sell dogs. She doesn't even care enough to train it. It's got a muzzle on it. It just attacks people. It knows a
Oh,
couple of
it
words.
has a muzzle on it because it has to be let into the city.
Scrambles doesn't know that. It's a giant dog that just freaks out and bites people and speaks giant. That's all he knows.
The wolf doesn't speak giant. She does.
But the wolf speaks enough giant to respond to commands in giant, so
Well, you can train a dog in any language. It just depends on
that's what I'm saying.
associating
The
that.
wolf speaks giant. It speaks enough to know what it's supposed to be doing.
Alright. Well, Leafian, now that Toggin is out,
Scrambles will be out of the way in case she wants to go inside. He'll even gesture towards the door, like somebody who's like ushering you. He'll gesture and then get out of the way. It is clear that Scrambles does not intend to do anything to you if you choose to go inside.
Leafian will tell Rundon to, wait there, and
Alright, I'm going to push you a couple rolls.
go for it.
Are you going to use which of the 3 charisma are you going to use? Intimidation, persuasion, or deception?
Hold on.
Persuasion, probably.
Okay. And I'm giving you 3 of them. And this.
That goddamn thing.
Damn, that's a lot of rolls.
You're like, I know I probably failed at least one.
Alright, it's going to cost you 100 gold. And he will sell you the address that he shipped it to. But he's not willing to tell you what it was.
Can she negotiate? She has 2 of the statues that she's carved. Both in the inventory. My inventory at least says it's worth 100 or 200 and something. 250 a piece. Can she negotiate one of those and like 20 gold pieces?
Oh, he'll take one of the statues in lieu of the 100 gold.
So he'll just take the statue. I don't owe him any money. Okay.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
That's fine. He's happy. He's more than happy. He's glad to do it.
Yeah, you did like more
and-
than double what he was asking for, babe.
Well, when you
I know.
sell stuff, it's only worth half. So it's about
Yeah.
what she would have been able to get for herself. Anyway, and
I did
so you're
change it
able
in
to
my
get-
inventory.
as far as you can tell, you think he's just being motivated by greed. So he doesn't seem to be deceitful. He doesn't seem to be. It's just a matter of you gave him money. This guy didn't tell him not to say anything about it to anybody.
Right.
So he is protecting
He
himself
kind of-
to some extent, not telling you what it was he wanted shipped. But for 100 gold, he'll tell you where he shipped it. And as far as you can tell, it seems to be correct. He's not lying to you.
Isn't 100 gold a lot of money back then?
100 gold is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But
That's what I
for a
meant.
merchant to share
She
this
only-
type of information to some stranger,
And especially
Right.
because it could like harm his business's reputation or something.
Right.
About
Did
like
you-
him not having the discretion or whatever.
this is like
I did
a
want to make
mafia
it clear
boss.
it was only one of the two statues. I didn't sell both or give him both.
Okay.
I didn't know if you caught that.
Yep, I did.
Okay, cool.
So, like I said, this is in modern vernacular. It's like dealing with a mob boss or a cartel or somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's an exorbitant price, but there's no other way to get that information. So,
She went into that with that mindset, though. Anyway, he gave her the address, correct?
yes. So, you find out that it is being shipped. All right. So, let's take a step back and do a little metagaming here as a party. I mean, as a players, as players.
Okay.
So there's two ways we can go from here. I can incorporate your storyline into what they're doing, and send you back to like Phandalin. Try to and have you sort of marry up with them, or you can try to convince them to help you, because this guy has already kicked you guys' butts, survived a party of competent adventurers once, and it'd be nice to have somebody, brutes like these guys, to come kick his butt. You can try to convince them to come help you. So it's just really
Right.
but right now you guys are butting heads and nobody's cooperating at all. So I need to know which way you guys want to go, and I need some help from you guys if we're going to do this. Otherwise, Luthien will go her own way, and we'll just roll up a new character for you to join a group with somebody else.
Well, so I think Luthien would probably ask for their help, but she doesn't have anything to give in return. That's my only issue. Like, that's the only thing that I'm not sure, because,
Insight
I don't-
and perception
Go ahead.
are under wisdom. Did Jackson ascertain better about our
our relationship.
constitution, and then I can persuade Scrambles to chill and
I'm not being unchill. Just to throw it out there. I'm not being hostile or unchill.
No, she takes it as he believes what he believes, she believes what she believes. She doesn't take any offense to it at all. But she's also, because of how she is, she's not gonna just do something to make people particularly like her. Because she doesn't want to be here more than anybody else really did. She's...
We had a mission to bring a package to a guy. She thinks the guy has knowledge on where her friend, on a bad guy that he knows about.
Mm-mm.
So, Scrambles has no... It doesn't make sense. She doesn't have a reason to be nice to this Knoll. In fact, she has all the reasons to not be nice to him just to get information. So,
Yeah, well, and also I
she's a
think
druid. Why would she have so much money? It doesn't make sense to Scrambles. Like, they hang out in the trees. So, she assumes she's
would-
going to go in there with her giant wolf and get the information any means necessary.
Well, to be fair, she left the wolf outside.
Yeah, but we didn't know that. All of that happened before we got here. So, because Scrambles asked you to wear the pendant, like, on the way over to try to figure out...
No. I mean, she left it outside of the Knoll's house.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
didn't
but
even take
I
him
asked
in
you
with
those
her.
questions before we got here.
Yeah,
That's
those
what-
questions,
Scrambles,
yes.
Scrambles doesn't know who you are, what you plan on doing, or any of that. And you
So-
told me that this guy has information on a guy who kidnapped your friend and tortured her every day for X amount of days. So he assumes you're going to go in there like Batman and start breaking kneecaps to get
So
information.
I have, hold on, a real quick question,
That's
because
what
this
Scrambles
could
would
change
do.
your time
That's
of view.
exactly what Scrambles would do.
Are you guys sticking around after when she went in? Because if you guys stuck around, you would have
Yes.
seen her leave the wolf. And my plan is to come back out, absolutely chill. But
So
also,
Scrambles-
they
Scrambles
wouldn't know about
absolutely
the
would've
money
hung
either.
around.
Okay.
Scrambles is going to go talk to your wolf while you're inside.
Okay.
As soon as you
I
leave
would
that
like
thing
to
alone,
say
As soon as
Money
you leave
doesn't
that thing
matter
alone.
because you don't know how much it costs.
That's true. I have no idea. Well, that's what I'm saying. Scrambles doesn't know if you're a billionaire or a poor person. The fact is Scrambles sees it as you're looking to find Olfac to get information on somebody who seriously hurts you. You have nothing with you that he can see besides a giant dire wolf. So
And about that, yeah.
he's like, well, seems kind of strange. How are you going to get that information unless you take it from him with your giant dire wolf?
Alright, so here's be
But
my
Scrambles is going to go talk
proposal.
to the wolf for sure.
If me coming out, having unharmed him, changes his mind at all, then she will probably ask him. She will probably give more information and ask them if they would like to come, if they have any other things. If that is not the case, then they probably would go their separate ways, and I'd roll a new character. That would be the deciding factor for me, is if her coming out having proven she didn't harm him, she left a wolf out there, and to their negotiations and that they can tell there's no uproar, will that change his perception of him at all?
Yeah,
And
Scrambles
if
does not give one fuck about Olfax. Not at all. Now that the package has been delivered, you can go in there and kill his whole family for all Scrambles cares. Um, he just didn't want you to hurt him before we deliver the package.
no,
So, like, legitimately, the only thing Scrambles is doing is as soon as you go inside, he's going to stay outside to talk to this wolf.
well, I think you're missing the point. So we're trying to decide, is she going a separate way, or is she going to have you guys join?
Or
What?
going back to what Sven said.
Yes, so here's what I'm saying.
The other option was to, if I'm
Retcon her in.
assuming, not retcon, if I'm assuming correctly, is to have her conveniently want to go to where we're going. And hey, you're going the same way as me. Let's travel together.
Yes. But if
I think
it's
that's
gonna,
like the other option.
and the only thing that I'm saying is gonna determine that for me is solely if Scrambles is actually like, not. He doesn't have to trust me, but he's not gonna be suspicious of me when I come out having not killed the guy and left my wolf out there.
And I'm saying it doesn't matter. Scrambles doesn't care. He
Okay.
does not care about you or what you're doing. He was only invested in the mission at hand, which was to bring a package to somebody. And you said you were going to go question that guy. And so Scrambles was like, well, before you go question him, we need to figure out how the fuck you're going to do that because you have a giant wolf and that's all we can see. And you didn't
Okay.
answer our question.
Then I would say, Sven, as of right now, she will go conveniently to the same place.
So Scrambles is definitely going to talk to her dog while she's inside and not there. And I would like to roleplay that out.
The dog doesn't talk.
Okay.
It does.
So as she goes inside.
She says
Imogen
sit and stay.
Sort of wanders over past and looks down the street a little bit. He'll go about 15 feet down each street, sniffing, looking, and then he'll come and settle at the base of the tree.
So he didn't do what she told him, so he left as soon as she said sit there and stay. Cool. Did she say it in giant or elvish or common?
Giantish, because that's what he takes commands in.
Perfect.
And I would like to say, for purposes of, it's giantish just because I felt like it, but like most pets are not going to listen to absolute random strangers. I would like to think she specifically trained him to only listen to her commands.
Scrambles does not know that. He sees a dog with a muzzle on who just tried to kill a vampire for 15 minutes. He has no idea.
I was talking to Sven about that, because I don't know how he wants to rule that, but that would be how I personally, as a trainer and training dogs, that's how I would do it. Unless it was like close family members or people I knew to give commands.
Right,
but
so
you
what
also
do
said that
Scrambles?
he's not trained. He's like a feral animal.
So what do you do, Scrambles, as you see him settle down? And
yeah, so once he settles down, because I'm definitely not going to walk up to him while he's like prowling the streets, I'm going to walk over to him, and in giant, I'm going to say come, and see if he'll come to me in giant.
Dang, I didn't know you spoke giant.
Scrambles does speak giant.
Neat.
So he'll look at you.
Exactly. That's the whole thing.
He looks at you, and then, but He's just sitting there. He's looking. He doesn't come. He's just looking at you.
Okay.
How close
So
are you getting?
Scrambles. I'm gonna walk up to about 5 feet from him,
Okay. He sits up.
and in giant, Scrambles is gonna use intimidation and say "come" and point to his side and see if he comes.
Okay. Give me an animal handling.
I can't intimidate him.
It's both.
Yes, you are intimidating with a 13 roll. And then
Okay.
I need a animal handling.
Animal handling.
What, bud?
I'm gonna use my inspiration and roll that again.
Okay.
Better.
All right. So he stands up. He's not growling. He's not. Go ahead and give me an insight check.
This is also a dog we're talking about. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Scrambles isn't retarded. He knows what dogs do when they're mad at people. I feel like this should be an easy inside check.
So it's clear he understands what you're saying.
Sure.
And he's not being hostile to you. He's more curious than anything else. But he's not coming closer to you. But he's now stood up.
So Scrambles is gonna say "nice" in giant and then step forward and attempt to pet him.
So
He's not intimidating him anymore. He's just saying it
sniffs your
nice.
hand and the air in general. And he also sort of looks around as well, and then he'll let you pet him.
Cool. Scrambles is just gonna sit down next to the dog and pet that dog. And he's gonna say, "Well, the dog seems cool. It'd be a shame if that elf lady went in there and died."
He sniffs at your water skin.
I'll pour him some water in my palm. I have a big hand, so I'll pour water in my hand and I'll give
Okay.
him some water.
He
I'll
has
say
a
the
big
dog
mouth.
seems. I'm sure he
And
fucking does.
He will drink it as he laps it up as soon as you're drinking it.
So I said the dog seems cool. It'd be ashamed if he was out here alone in the city because that stupid Noel kills that elf lady. So I think we should wait and see what happens to her. What do you guys think?
I would like
I
to
am not
ask
opposed
because
to that.
I haven't gotten like any conversation from Toggin or I'm so sorry, I forgot your name.
Jackson.
Jackson.
Jackson. What can she tell? Are they suspicious of her too, or are they kind of just chill? Jackson.
Well, Toggin has been
I'm
talking
sorry.
to you.
Toggin
Well, a
I think
little
has
bit.
talked to you the most.
Talked to you about
Beyond-
the wolf. Talked to you about other stuff.
But they both seem kind of chill with me, or are they suspicious of me as well?
You
Jackson's
have
fine.
not seen any hostility from Toggin.
You said Jackson was what?
He doesn't have any hostility, no.
Scrambles, just to be clear, was not hostile.
No worries.
I know.
If you tell me
I-
you're going to go and talk to my dad about somebody who he knows that hurt your friend, I assume you're going to get that information, and that's what happened. He said, "I'm going to talk to this guy. You didn't have money. You didn't say you were going to bribe him." I made an assumption based off the information presented.
Oh yeah, I know.
I
It's
gave
okay.
you an out.
I swear there are no hard feelings. I was just trying to get a feel for the entire party. That's all.
That's true.
Has Luthien come out yet?
I don't know. Are you gay?
So,
Like,
so
congrats.
That's
about
ridiculous.
so about takes about 20 minutes, and then Luthien, you will come out. So my main thing is if you Golden Coast, the hell is that? That's not what I wanted. If you if she's willing to, with her, in her thought process, if she's willing to pass this test that this Minotaur is asking for, then you think they will help you. So it's a matter of whether or not you're willing to hold this thing and
So just to
now
clear
that you have
everything up,
more
because I feel like
information,
there's confusion.
know where
She
this
already
guy
passed the
is.
test. Test is passed.
Okay.
I didn't want her to go in there before Tonkin did. That
Right.
was all. She already waited. Scrambles does not fucking care. I feel like you guys are being crazy. Like, you guys don't get what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense that he would have legitimate concerns.
No, it makes a lot
Trying
of
to
sense.
offer
I
her an out.
gotcha. No, it makes a lot of sense. I think what I was mostly trying to figure out is where the suspicion came from, and then what would help resolve said suspicion.
You're a druid
Outside.
in the middle of a city with a random note to go to a knoll. He's an evil, terrible person, and we're also on the way there. And you show up, and then we immediately get attacked. He's
Well,
pretty
but
suspicious.
to be fair, she had no clue what they were. Like, I don't know if you were there, but Jackson asked her if she knew anything about them during
No,
the fight.
Scrambles was trying to leave so he wouldn't be stuck in the middle of an alleyway with 5 dead bodies. She was looting corpses while he was trying to run away.
No, this was before. This was during the fight.
Oh, then yeah, no, I
He
was not there.
asked her if she knew anything about this group that had attacked us. She said, "I just got here, and I know absolutely nothing. Or I know no more than you know, basically."
That's chill. It's fine. Scrambles already said it would be a shame if the elf lady died and the dog was left here for no reason, so he's waiting outside.
Okay.
Hoping
I'm gonna
that she
see-
dies so he can get the dog.
Oh, secretly, hell yeah. Absolutely. If she doesn't come back
Okay.
outside in like 30 minutes, Scrambles is going to do everything he can to get this dog to come with him.
Luthien is gonna come out. She's gonna call the dog immediately, having stepped out of this place. Holding probably another piece of paper. Has she ever heard? I forget what area you said I needed to go to. Has she ever heard of this area? Does she know anything about this area?
So I didn't say anything about it. So that's why
Okay.
I was trying to figure out how
yes,
we were
I'm
going
sorry.
to progress from here. If you're looking to ask them for help, then that's one answer. If you're not going to ask them for help and you're going to go your own way, that's a second answer. If you want to just sort of travel with them, then that's a third answer. So that's why I was waiting to see.
Oh, I'm
as a
sorry.
group,
Okay.
Outside metagaming, what you guys wanted to do.
She
So-
will not specifically ask for help, but she will ask
So how
if
do you
they have
intend to
heard
take
of
this
this
guy
area.
down by yourself when you with a group have already not succeeded?
Well, I don't think she's getting that far. I'm mostly just thinking of getting there. She's gonna ask if they'd like to travel with her. The idea would be to build trust within the group via traveling. That she
Okay.
will eventually ask for their help. But with how the first interaction goes, I don't think she would necessarily straight up ask them for help. If that makes any sense. I'm sorry. We're not making this easy for you today, Sven.
Oh, that's fine. And like I said, I in at this case, I think Scrambles was more in the right than I think Luthien just being weird. Why wouldn't you just take something that lets you tell the truth? Unless you were
Yeah,
trying to
I didn't
hide
say it was going to
something.
hurt you, and I was wearing it. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make sense to Scrambles. He's confused.
So as you come out, we just lost it. Rindon sort of licks Scrambles, and then we'll trot over to you. And
Scrambles will stand up. He
comes over
says,
to you.
Scrambles stand up and he says, "Your dog is great."
She's probably gonna look at him and say, "Do you give him snacks? He likes the beef jerky the most."
Oh, I normally have snacks with me, but I left all of my stuff at the hotel. So I don't have snacks to give him. It's a shame. I love dogs. So Scrambles,
Um,
I'm just gonna butt in real quick. I think sometime while Luthien was inside, Talking gave Scrambles a potion.
oh
So I'm
cool.
gonna heal you
Oh.
a little bit.
of healing. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, he
the poison of
He's-
dog murdering.
Well, I'm just thinking he's sitting there talking to a dog. Talking just comes up and like sticks it in his mouth and walks away.
Scrambles would let that happen. He does. Scrambles trust dogging quite a bit.
So one thing you noticed as Luthien went inside as well, talking, you would have noticed that she has a couple things that you wouldn't stick in a backpack that have to do with an herbalism kit, whether it's like a beaker or a little cauldron that you cook things in, or a sterno, whatever it is that not everything in a herbalism kit fits in a backpack. So you would see that she has that attached to her belt or on the outside of the backpack and stuff. So
and he's familiar.
both of you know
So
that each one of you are good with herbs to some extent. So, because Luthien, you've seen him make a potion in front of you, and now you've seen
and he's seen her tools.
you've seen you with your herbalism kit and different herbs and things. So I'm sure you letting things dry and stuff. You can't just jam leaves and
Everything in a
vines and
bag,
stuff in
yeah.
your bag. You would leave a lot of them out to hang and dry, and then as you prepare them and turn them into powder or whatever you're turning them into. So it's clear now that you've had more time and see her from all different angles. She also knows what she's doing. It makes sense. She's a druid, so.
Yeah, crazy. Druids know things
All right,
about
so
like nature and stuff.
the package was sent to the country of Amen, AMN, which is way to the south, and so I'm going to share with you guys a huge map. Let me crop it a little bit, and then you'll get an idea of what's going on with this. Okay, click. It may take a minute. Let me know when you get it. My player view will probably. Oh no, my player view.
I have a giant Sword Coast map if that's what you're talking
there we
about.
go.
Okay.
It took a minute to load, but yeah.
All right. So if you
Oh,
look
yeah.
at this arrow, you'll see. Does everybody see
Water
the
leap.
arrow? Yep.
Yes.
That's where
See
you
the
guys are
arrow.
now.
I don't think I realized we were still on the Sword Coast, so all of my backstory is relevant. I thought we
going
were on a
to-
completely different area.
So Candlekeep is here. Neverwinter is down here, and Phandalin is like right there. Where this place went, the package was sent is Amen. This is the country of Amen.
Where's it at?
Wait.
It's
See
loading
the yellow?
the things behind. I see it now.
Oh, okay. So it's way to the south, below. Just so you guys kill the Dragon of Icespire Peak. That's part of the Cloud Peaks. On the other side of that mountain range is Amen.
Okay, where's Phandalin? Where our house is again?
Right there.
Oh, so it's on the way. Perfect.
Yep. So that's where you guys are headed to. You're going to be. You go to just below Candlekeep is where I have Neverwinter. I mean, yeah, Where is? Hold on a second. Neverwinter should. I just want to make sure it's not on here already. No. Yes, it is. Okay, so Neverwinter is here. You're not going to Neverwinter. You're going to Nash. I think it's.
Ashkill?
Nashko's.
So my Neverwinter is down here below the Candlekeep. It's like
Okay,
here.
and that's where the
That's
ride I
where
paid
you
for
guys
is
came
taking us.
from. That's where. Yes, that's where
Okay.
the wagon that you paid for, wagon caravan, is taking you here. Is there.
That's perfect because I paid for
I
extra
guess it's
spots.
convenient.
Now we
Yeah,
have room.
I was gonna say that. I'm like, I guess it's convenient that Scrambles has already rented out the whole wagon.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if you're gonna charge her for
No.
her seat or not.
No.
All right,
As
so
long as
that's
she's
so
gonna be
now
nice to Danny.
most of you would have
Not
some sort
that
of
one.
idea of where this stuff is.
Yeah. My survival's pretty high. I should
And
know where
so,
I'm
like
at.
Luthien, let me switch colors here. Yeah, this is a better, darker color. So Luthien, you're, if you remember the cutout. Actually, I'm gonna change this. So if you zoom, go down to where the wood of sharp teeth is.
Yep.
Yeah.
The green fields
This
is
is-
where Civis is.
Yep, that's where she is now. That's
Sharp
where she
teeth.
stayed. The last place you were that you tracked the guy down to was. My arrow wasn't changing. Here it is. Was up here. I believe it was in F. Let me see. Burdusk. Burdusk.
Okay, yeah, that
That's where
sounds
you came
familiar.
from. And
Cool.
then you had to travel all the way to hell up here to get this information to find out it's actually being sent down here. So,
Yeah, as it goes.
yep. So,
So
anyway.
Scrambles will say before she like walks away and we go to leave. Scrambles will invite you, hey, we have a hotel we're staying at and I have a ride scheduled to go to Candlekeep if you'd like to come with us. Maybe we can talk. Sounds like your friend got a pretty bad deal.
If I remember correctly, I went to Candlekeep at one point, didn't we? Or is that just a name I've heard
Probably.
of a million
Yes,
times?
you guys have been to. I know the group has. I don't remember if you were with them or not, but you would know about Candlekeep even if you haven't been there.
Okay. I'm trying to come up with the thing. Should probably say, I would like that. I'd love for you to one day meet one of my sister enclaves. We range far and wide across, oh crap, what's this called? The Sword Coast.
It's at the top of the window, babe.
It's like 7 different times. Scrambles
Too many names, too many
Yeah.
things to keep track of.
Yep.
Scramble says he'll look over at Toggin and he'll look at Jackson and he goes, so the Null Colfax or Oilfax or whatever his name
Colfax.
is,
Olfac.
Equifax, whatever his name is. He
Carfax.
yeah, Carfax, the Null. we were sent to him to give him this package, and if he had information on where he ordered the package from, I think maybe the person who sent us to deliver it to him might also have information that would be valuable to you. We're gonna go talk to him in the morning if you want. We could show you to his place too.
Make sure to say any weird things after we have already bought the backpack.
Yeah, after we already have the backpack, then you can
After
go
we
say whatever you
already
want.
have it and we're cool with him.
Look,
That's
I
when
don't care if
start
you
asking.
kill that guy. As soon as we get the backpack, you can murder his whole family for all I care.
Let's not do that.
Killing is not my way. And she'll hand, scrambles a piece of beef jerky and, start walking along.
Scrambles loves beef jerky, so he'll eat it. He does not care.
Well, she was giving it to you for the dog.
For the
I don't know if
dog.
you...
Scrambles eats the beef jerky. He loves beef jerky.
Yeah. So
I like the picture of Luthien passing him a dog treat. Just
Scrambles
like
just
one
eats
of the bones. And Scrambles just chomps it down.
Yeah.
oh, thank you.
Them-
Yeah.
I think
Alright,
that's
so a
what's
little
meant for a dog.
Preview of the wagon that you guys that Scrambles paid for.
That is
my
a horrible
God.
wagon. Holy shit. That wagon
I
is
thought it
there-
was like a covered wagon or something.
Question, is that gonna be pulled by something, or is Luffy gonna have to pull it?
No, you won't have to pull it. We have
Rendon,
things.
of course. Rendon.
Luffy and Rindon
It's
will
trained
pull it.
for a dog. No. I just
Are there really
was
ogre
looking
heads on the outside of it?
I was looking
Like
for something
drow
else.
elves or
He
something?
was looking
I was
for
looking for something else and found it.
Those are drow elf heads. They have spiky ears.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Or goblins or any
Yeah,
number of
something.
things with pointy ears. All right, guys. Well, it's time. Thank you for playing. And we will be back here next week when we start heading south with the caravan after we grab the haversack. And Waterdeep now has 3 less vampire spawn.
Right.
Woo!
I'm sure nothing will come of that. I'm sure it's fine.
Oh yeah, sure.
We
Definitely
haven't had
not
time
gonna
to
be a
talk about
plot
that.
hook coming
For
around.
sure.
No.
For sure, it's
Do
the
know-
second time the people of the moon or whatever.
Obviously, this is the second time we're hearing about it, and the last time. Obviously.
Clearly. And we all got
vampire
bit. We're just
spawn.
walking around like we did get bit by vampires.
That's right. Vampire spawn means that they just spawn. They aren't offspring of anything. They just randomly spawn.
Is vampire like a subclass that you can like subclass into? Because that would make Scrambles even more overpowered if he was also a vampire.
God.
That'd be sick as fuck.
There's a werewolf now, but I don't think you can be. You can be a lycanthrope. I don't think you can be a vampire yet. You can
Well,
be a
hey
revenant,
guys,
but that's
Homebrew
a
it.
different thing. All right,
if
guys,
you want to
so-
be haunted by something, just think about it. A vampire's teeth are also their reproductive organs.
Bam.
What?
Literally.
I don't want to think about it that way. Thank you.
That's hot.
All right, guys.
You're
thanks
welcome.
for playing.
All right.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, all the other happiness, and whatever else you do. Enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night.
guys.
Bye.
Good night, guys.